bam bam brim bram bram brim bram bram bam brim bam bam brim bam bam brim bam bam. $1%, el diablo. Sombrero de pollo.
Whatever that mist is, it's all around you. We can't see through it. I'm changing the RV so it's outside the mist. Get over there. The chopper will be waiting. Watch it any further and you'll leave the mission area. Whoa, Yeah. 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 Yeah.
What the fuck?
Run, boss. You've got to lose him.
¡Abuelo!
This is B-Squad. Arriving shortly at LZ.
cleared, and it looks like they're gone.
Yeah. Those things. That's the unit that attacked us before. They came at us real fast in the same kind of mist. Our men, survivors from 9 years ago, were wiped out in minutes. I don't know what they want, but it's them. No mistake.
All right. Put Miller in.
Pero, caballo. Ya, ¿qué más?
Gaining altitude.
Extraction arrived at Motorbase.
Heroísmo más 120, eso. Dora. Casi nada. Son larguitas las misiones, ¿sí? Diablo. Ya se acabó el juego. Ay, Dios mío, Kojima está en todos lados. Konami. Recompensa. Hagan eso.
We're headed for the Seychelles. That's where our new home is now. Hey. That was some operation we had, huh? 9 years ago. Carving out our own world. Making our own future. And they took it away.
Le muestran un brazo, una pierna, ¿qué más?
I'm gonna rebuild it. Make a new place. Together. That we can call home. Yeah, we were dogs, all right. Slinking around out of Cypher's sight. Digging up whatever kind of dirty money we could find. You name it. We did it. You see this? Diamond Dogs.
Diamond Dogs.
Our new home. Phantom of our former selves. Triumph. Death. We weren't allowed either. Yeah. I remember it all.
El diablo. ¡Ah! Pero está bonita la pantalla blanca, sí, está buena la creta, me van a dejar ciego. Ábrelo ahí el pana. La creta. Sneak. El diablo. Pero hermano, esa pantalla en blanco, coño. Y para que te despierte. Quieta. No había más colores.
Snake. Why are we still here?
Just to suffer.
Suffer. Every night. I can feel my leg,
En my
my
arm.
arm, even my fingers.
Why are we still? Ah, por aquí que viene el bebé.
Comrades I've lost.
Ahí que viene.
Stop hurting. It's like they're all still there. You feel it too, don't you? I'm the one who got caught up with Cypher. A group above nations, even the US. And I was the parasite below, feeding off Zero's power. They came after you in Cyprus. In Afghanistan. Cypher just keeps growing. Swallowing everything in its path. Getting bigger and bigger. Who knows how big now? Boss. I'm gonna make him give back our past. Take back everything that we've lost. And I won't rest until we do.
Approaching Mother Base.
Gente que Snake, él no mata como que. Ok. Él ni nada, dice, se queda callado.
Our new Mother Base. I don't know how long it'll take. But I'll make it bigger. Better than before.
Welcome to the jungle.
What should I do? Boss? Tell me. Tell me like you used to.
Hideo Kojima. Diablo, ya el nombre me está saltando de Hideo Kojima, mano. Yo sé, Hideo, que tú eres el creador. Yo lo sé, ya. Estoy claro que fuiste tú que participaste. Yo sé, ya. ¡Diablo! Esto lo recarga cada 2 minutos. Hideo Kojima Game Production en asociado. No tienes harto ya un chingo, ya. Coño.
Things have changed, boss. We pull in money, recruits, just to combat Cypher. Rubbing our noses in bloody battlefield dirt. All for revenge. The world calls for wet work, and we answer. No greater
Velo
good,
ahí.
no just cause.
¿Cómo era que se llamaba? Ya se me olvidó el nombre, man.
Cypher sent us to hell. But we're going even deeper.
I know. I'm already a demon. Heaven's not my kind of place anyway.
Ay, coño. Coño.
Dogs of war for 9 whole years. That ends today. Now you're not sleeping, and we're not junkyard hounds. We're diamond dogs.
Yes, sir. Ahí es, coño. Revolución industrial. Y vamos a matar a todo el mundo.
Let them talk.
Sí, coño. Diablo.
We can crush Cypher, boss. And you can build the army that can do it.
Just one thing, Kaz. This isn't about the past. We're fighting for the future.
A mí me gusta que tienen como 4, no sé cuánto tiempo tienen en el helicóptero. Y hay que decirle todo eso ahora. Y el papu. ¿Cómo? Ya me olvidó el nombre de él. Él es heavy. Él es heavy. Ya. Cámate ahora. Wow. Aprende a dirigir la base más. Estoy practicando.
Boss, there's something I want to talk about.
Diamond
Concerns
Dog.
the running of Mother Base.
Wow.
Come meet with me. You came.
This base belongs to you now. Make Diamond Dogs the force it deserves. Like any organization, we need good people. And we need to make good use of their talents. Miller asked me to lay that out for you.
Ok. ¿Qué es eso? Comida. Tengo hambre.
Start bringing people in. Use this. It's a Fulton recovery device.
Recuperación.
When you're in the field, use it to extract any soldiers or prisoners you want back here.
Oh.
We'll see if we can't persuade them to join the ranks of Diamond Dogs. Go on. Test it out on the staff here. Anyone you want. First, put them to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
It's an honor, boss.
Go for them, not me.
Oh!
That's enough. This isn't the time. First, put him to sleep. You have a tranquilizer gun, don't you?
Que me vean. A primer loquito. ¿Y ahora? ¡Ah, bueno!
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Secuestro, loco. Una bromita. Bromita, no. Bromita. Bromita.
Extraction failed.
What's the matter, boss? You can only Fulton recover someone if they're not resistant. No dead bodies either. They don't make great recruits. The staff member you just extracted will be assigned to the team best suited to his abilities. See for yourself. Open your iDroid. Select staff manager. So that staff member was placed on the R&D team. The R&D team is in charge of developing all kinds of weapons and items that will support you on missions. Take a look at the development list. Select weapons items under the development heading. What's wrong? Go back to the Mother Base menu. Select weapons items under the development heading.
Please specify
That's the R&D team's development list. See the item called cardboard box? Didn't seem much use to me, but Miller was adamant that you'd want it on the list. The last word in infiltration technology, or so he said. In any case, we don't have the manpower to develop it just yet. We need more staff on the team. Go extract a few more people. Boss, put the iDroid away from you. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try and... I suppose that works. You can also Fulton extract individuals you've knocked out. Why don't you try knocking someone out with CQC next? Show them how it's done. Extraction complete. One thing I should mention. A Fulton extraction won't always be successful. If the person is injured, the shock of it could kill them. And if the weather's unfavorable, well, they could end up going missing. You can determine the chance of success by approaching the person you want to extract. If you want to be sure you can get them out, best carry them to the chopper instead. All right. Extract the next staff member. Extract him. Use any method you like. Start by knocking him out, or you can put him to sleep.
¿Usted quiere Nokia?
If there are multiple adversaries nearby, perform CQC on them in quick succession.
Lo maté.
This allows you to take them all out before any of them can strike back.
Está dando un tutorial, estoy dando tipo como conejillo y yo casi me está saludando.
Now that we have more people on the R&D team, its level has gone up. You should be able to develop the cardboard box now. Open your iDroid.
Eso es tortura,
Select
loco.
weapons items under the development header.
Please specify
Now select
project.
cardboard box and start development. Just be aware that development has finished.
Please select a
You can have the
drop point.
support unit supply you with weapons and items you've
Supplies
developed. Think of it
requested.
as your own personal delivery
Supply drop
service.
complete.
Tanta mierda para una fucking caja. Una caja de cartón. Esta es la caja.
And there it is. Not sure what it's good for, but Miller said you know it. Try it out. One last thing. The staff members you extracted were all placed on the R&D team, but that was Miller's decision. If you think they belong somewhere else, you're free to move on. Well, that about does it. You won't make any GMP or find recruits hanging around here. Board the chopper when you're ready.
Una maldita caja,
Open
loco.
your iDroid and select a landing zone and tell it where to pick you up. Or if you're still in the mood for knocking guys on their asses, you can stay around here a while. Give the men some practice. Just come pay me a visit. Boss, let's practice your CQC. Begin by grabbing it.
¿De quién voy a agarrar? ¿A cuál de ustedes?
Once you grab someone, you're free to do as you like. Interrogate him, knock him out, kill him. Scratch that last one. Go ahead and knock him out.
Where are your friends?
Spit it out.
Good. Go on and extract him.
Coño, me confundo de botón.
Now for fist fight. Strike an adversary repeatedly to knock him out. They'll stay unconscious for... All right, then.
Boss!
This isn't. Strike an adversary repeatedly to knock him out. They'll stay unconscious for... Give it a rest.
La queta, pero yo le di un combo de piña.
Extract the staff member. Strike an adversary repeatedly to knock him out. They'll stay unconscious for longer than if you throw him. Starting to feel like yourself again? The rest will fall into place with some time in the field. Go ahead and call the chopper from your iPhone.
Please select a landing zone. The landing zone.
This is B-Quad. Arriving shortly at LZ. This is B-Quad. On station at LZ.
¡Qué duro! ¡Chao!
Gaining altitude.
Vayamos un dos.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Ocelot, te llamaba Ocelot.
Mission list updated.
Boss, I know you haven't been back long, but I prepared a list of missions for you. Open your iDroid.
You were hospitalized in Dikelia, a British sovereign base area on Cyprus. It's part of British overseas territory that falls outside of Cypriot jurisdiction. You got moved from Cuba's Little America right into Cyprus's Little Britain. Why Dikelia? The UK and the US remain close allies. The last place Cypher would think to look for you is inside their own system. That's what the safest place from a whale is inside its own belly. You were a regular Miller, wasn't it? So far as to attack, that's how then. He said I was in a British military hospital. Miller told me about what happened in the Caribbean 9 years ago. You do remember Miller. You'd formed a private army with him. An army with no allegiance to a nation. I remember, but... I see. You're not sure what's fact and what's a fantasy caused by the coma. It's still all a mess, huh? All I can do is tell you the facts as they were told to me. I've gone easy on you up until now. But this is where the hard stuff begins. 1974, the year before you entered your coma. You were in Colombia, operating with a small unit of men. Basically mercenaries. Miller was among them.
Miller doesn't plan to return to the field. Says he's going to stay here and focus on running things as XO. No surprise with his body in that state. But apparently he has no intention of wearing a prosthetic arm or leg. So he doesn't forget the pain, he says.
Your men. Here, Snake, try this on. A prosthetic arm. Yeah, Miller was calling it the arm that wasn't there. The physiotherapy's going well. Your arm's bulked up enough for it to fit. There. Perfect. A little time with it, and it'll work better than the real thing. What do you think? I can still feel my real arm. Well, you better get used to this one quick. You have any pain? Every now and then. Where? My fingertips. My left fingertips. Sounds like phantom pain. Your brain still remembers your old hand. Yeah. What about your vision? Can you see okay?
¡El nombre del juego, Phantom Pain!
On your optic nerve. I'm told any hard impact could have an effect on your visual cortex. Yeah. The doctor mentioned that. Your brain might process visual information incorrectly. In other words, you could have hallucinations. You might see things that aren't there, and not see things as they really are. You experience any of that? I think so. When? Right after I wake up. Colors look faded. Colors, huh? Well, that's not a major concern in and of itself, but it could mean the difference between life and death in the field. You'll need to watch out for that. I will. All right. You should continue your physio. We'll be arriving soon. It's the last chance you'll get.
Exactamente, ¿para dónde voy? Estoy recubierto de sangre, mano. Una ducha.
Please select a mission.
I've taken the job offers Diamond Dogs has received and made a list of those I want you to consider. Which ones you accept is your call. The objectives of the missions I've added are prisoner rescue, facility sabotage, and high-value target elimination. Probably all a walk in the park for you, but they should help you get back on your feet. I put the mission details on a cassette tape. Refer to it if you decide to accept the mission. We'll receive GMP for completing missions, and extracting soldiers and prisoners will boost our ranks. Building up Mother Base is the first step to achieving our goal. If that means sweat work, so be it. We're gonna have to get our hands dirty. I hope you're rested up, because we're not stopping. Not until the pain is gone.
The future of Diamond Dogs is in your hands. We're counting on you, boss.
Hey, me gusta. De noche, que hay que... Yo soy el señor de la noche. Como un héroe. Punisher, Venom, este es Venom Snake.
Commander. Your orders are to take him out. With skills like his, it'd be a shame to waste him. But I'll leave the method up to you.
Shalashaka.
Boss, make your way to Deshago Calais and eliminate the target.
Llega al Shao Kahn y elimina el objetivo. Ok, que mata un pan. A él solamente, nadie más. Vecna.
Be careful down there, boss.
Dijo, el diablo dijo, ¿tú estás bien? Pues sin querer.
We can use compounds from plants to make medicine or poison for use in new weapons and equipment. Take a look at the plants list on your iDroid to see which ones we need. Then go find them if you get the chance. It'll keep the staff happy too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Perdón.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base.
Whoa, whoa!
You've arrived at the objective. Your target should be somewhere in that outpost. And don't forget, he has a Spetsnaz recon detail with him. Keep your guard up. Those materials have already been processed. It may not be much, but we can use them straight away if you bring them back to base.
Where are your friends?
He speaks Russian. What we need is an interpreter. The main principle of intelligence work is intel gathering. But that's a problem if you don't speak the enemy's language. We need a staff member with the interpreter skill to do a simultaneous interpretation.
Блять!
You gotta extract him.
Это КП, понял. Усилить безопасность и найти нарушителя. Конец связи.
diamonds. Collecting them as assets will raise our GMP. That's a military four-wheel drive.
Placed.
Boss, intelligence work is all about observation and gathering information. Start by using your binoculars to get a grasp of your surroundings. it. Target confirmed dead. Your objective's complete. Exfiltrate out of the hot zone by chopper or on land. Don't hang around. That's it. You've made it out of the hot zone. No sign of the enemy. Mission complete, boss.
Перемещаюсь к последней известной позиции.
Extraction arrived at Mother Base. Development project has been added.
Mission complete. Great work. How you feeling, boss? Getting used to being in the field again? Having choppers and horse at your disposal is indispensable for operating in the wilds of Afghanistan. I've gone ahead and arranged for you to be able to develop and customize weaponry for support choppers. And you can also develop new equipment for D-Horse if you like. Use your iDroid to start development as needed.
Ya le di a saltar en vez de revisar. Ay, coño, yo no quería contratar a ese.
Side ops list
The
updated.
side ops list is comprised of problems we need you to resolve, objectives to be completed, and information gained from the soldiers and prisoners you've extracted. These aren't missions per se, but if you can take care of them when you're free, I'd appreciate it.
Select unit. Staff select unit. Staff select unit. Staff select unit. Select unit. Select unit. Staff select unit. Staff assigned. Select unit. Staff assigned. Select unit. Please select a landing zone. Please select a landing support
Roger.
helicopter requested.
Ay, yo cuando te pega, no.
By connecting your iDroid to the onboard computer, you turn the chopper into your own Aerial Command Center, or ACC. Some elements of staff assignment and R&D of weapons and items can only be performed from there. Take as long as you need to consider all your options.
09 that day. The Afghan side. On our way back from training the Mujahideen at a mountain camp in Kunar province. There's a lot of that work in Afghanistan. Most PFs shy away from it because it draws too much attention. But for us, that was the whole point. The job itself went great. We just had to make it back to a tribal area in Pakistan. But all of a sudden, visibility got real bad. It was no sandstorm. Our point man gave this strange report. He said he could see skulls in the mist. Skulls. The next moment, he went silent. We scrambled into formation, right before his arms and legs came raining down on us. It was always supposed to be a dangerous mission, so I had Diamond Dog's very best with me. We were calling out to each other. And one by one, the voices just went dead. Whatever happened to me, I lost consciousness before I knew it. When I came to, I was in a Soviet camp, tied to an interrogation chair.
Could they be some new Spetsnaz unit?
No. The ones that interrogated me were just the average rank and file. Whatever group attacked us, the way they moved was just insane. And that mist, appearing out of nowhere. The Soviets don't have tech like that.
If they did, Ocelot would have heard about it.
I doubt the West does either. Otherwise, the folks at Langley would be sleeping a lot easier.
Why'd they come after you?
Wish I knew. I'm the only one who survived. Though I don't think they planned it that way. If I was their target, they wouldn't have just handed me over to the 40th Army. Whatever the case, we need to watch our step until we know who they really are. And boss, if you ever do run into them again, don't try to take them on. You just get the hell out of there. When I first started dealing with Zero, with Cypher, it was a somewhat parasitic relationship, though a mutually beneficial one. Cypher had no army of their own, so they wanted us. They wanted our strength. They approached me as a potential business partner.
But they had other motives.
Cypher coaxed us into Central America, into that US-Soviet proxy war, to fuel Mother Base's growth. Once we were big enough, they'd force us to join them. That was the plan.
That's why they had Paz, still Zeke.
Right. And if we refused, she would use Zeke to fire a nuke from Mother Base. The world would consider us a liability, and countries would unite to destroy us.
We stopped the launch.
And yet they still took us down, through that fake inspection they orchestrated to cover up their sabotage. That power Cypher wanted. We don't have it anymore. So why are they still after you? Is it just the fear of leaving you alive?
I don't know. Was Zero really... All I know is the man I knew would want this.
What do you mean?
We have to consider that it might not be Zero we're dealing with.
We know virtually nothing about Cypher anymore. How big they've gotten, what they want, or even who they really are. The new Mother Base started out as a test drilling rig operated by a mineral resources supplier, but their project fell through. The Seychelles government was happy to hand the place over to us. It was just scrap on stilts. So with a few dummy construction companies set up as fronts, we started renovating the half-finished rig. From the outside, it looked like the project was back on rails.
Kaz, you...
What?
I see what you're doing. Recreating the Mother Base we had 9 years ago. Only this time.
That's right. The Mother Base Cypher thought they destroyed will return from the grave to kill them. We'll prove to the world that we were the victors.
And if we lose again?
They can't fool us the same way twice. Now our enemies are in plain sight. And when our organization gets too big, we split it across companies. Any company that draws attention gets liquidated, and its capital is back-channeled into a new company. Most PFs are small-time operations anyway. And in this business, the minnows go bankrupt all the time. We've never aroused suspicion. Plus, we have Hewick.
Hewick?
Human Exploitation Company. It's a business specializing in intel gathering. Think of it as a civilian intelligence agency.
Kaz, that's...
Remember what they were trying to accomplish at the prison facility in Cuba? That gave me the idea. We dispatch moles into conflict zones around the world, and each sets up an intel network on site. Then they stay in place to give us stable points of contact when other nations intervene in the conflicts. Hewick's strength is that it has a cutout at each level. You get your job from one guy, then you hand it off to another. No one has direct access. It's a perfect black box. Hewick members also work their way into the superpowers intelligence agencies to make sure Diamond Dogs gets work. We have those countries by the balls. That's our deterrent when we need it.
Networking? In the intelligence community?
Sure, that's how we've grown this far. And when you go out on missions, intel from Hewick will be there to back you up. But despite all that, Cypher has its eyes on us. The only reason I'm not dead is that they needed to know where you were. Figured if you woke up, I'd go straight to you.
That's why you made that ruckus at the Zero line.
Yeah, to make their own surveillance work against them. I think it took some of the heat off Cyprus.
Kaz.
Then I just had to wait for you to save me. And I've gotten used to waiting.
Kaz.
That's not all. It was a good chance to scout the market. And with the West wanting the Soviets out of Afghanistan, their agencies are bursting at the seams with funding. Boss, let's start by building up our Afghan presence.
Why put Mother Base in the Seychelles?
We're at the center of the world here.
We're all the way out in the Indian Ocean.
Come on. Lebanon, Sri Lanka, East Timor, and Africa. From here, our reach extends to conflict zones the world over, including Afghanistan, of course.
So it's prime.
Chala. Negro. No me funes, chavales, que soy buen chaval. Colega, soy tu colega. Toma ya, un bicho que baila. Tío, tú no sabes bailar. Bailar es lo único que sé. Mira, aprende del maestro. Pau, 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 pau. Pau, 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 pau. Mira mi base ahí. Esa es mi base. Esa es mi base. Mi base. Diamond Dogs. Además que me mandan 4 tigres porque yo llegué yo, coño.
Boss, welcome home.
¿Cómo yo le devuelvo el saludo? Gracias, igual. Work in progress. No, espérate. Please, por favor, perdone el inconveniente. La seguridad viene primero. Gracias a ti por tu cooperación. Y ponen una mona china, loco, aquí. No, pero es verdad que maldito.
Thank you for letting me join Diamond Dogs. I'll give you everything I've got.
De nada, de nada. Por aquí no se entra. Tengo que conocer la base, tengo que saber dónde yo estoy. ¿Qué dice aquí? Seguridad primero, precaución. Ah. Sí, eso va. Aguanta. Para mí que mientras más tú vas en el juego, la base va mejorando. Eso es lo que quiero creer porque... Dime tú. Aunque tendría sentido.
Boss!
Muévate.
Boss! Boss!
No, ten cuidado. Perfecto, ese es parkour. A ver. Parkour. Me agarra parkour ahí. Estoy bien. Espérate que me dio un guamazo. Tengo que hacer... no sé. Noche. Yo soy la oscuridad. ¿Dónde diablo yo me baño, loco?
Marker placed.
Let us know if you need supplies, boss.
No, pero yo no hago de todo aquí para que yo me tenga que bañarme en un 2x2.
We're low on materials, boss. Thanks, boss.
Son masoquistas.
Thank you, boss.
Así mismo. No jodan tanto. Bueno, eso es todo por